Man, the whole city tore up from urban revitalization. Isn't that right? So, what do you think? Is this going to lead to some good things or bad things down here in Mansfield? What do you think? Leave me some comments. I've been dropped in downtown. I know this feels like cheating because I'm not actually at a point of complete crisis right now. Zero money, just the clothes on my back, and alone. So now just getting yourself into the mindset that you're out here completely alone, and I need to pretend I have no one to reach out to, right? So I'm going to act as though I'm in kind of a foreign land with, of course, I know some of the people out here just from doing ministry, but the goal is to really put myself in the mindset of being completely alone, just me, God, and the streets. And what would I do to try and overcome this situation, right? Let's try and get a how to overcome homelessness guide going. Well, my first thoughts are, it's a hot day. The sun's out, it's like noon. The streets are tore up. There's some things open. Of course, you start thinking, where am I going to get food, water? Where am I going to sleep tonight? Why don't you give somebody a job? Like, get them a job and it'll be all fixed. But put yourself in the shoes of, you're downtown. You don't know where you're going to sleep, what you're going to eat, how you're going to hydrate, how you're going to be safe. And you have no change of clothing, no resume. So naturally, I feel led to go find more people, restaurants, and try to get food, water, and then possibly go to the library to build a resume, right? It's like I have 50 problems that I need to triage and knock out, but I don't know where to begin because they all seem equally important to my long-term success, and the level of overwhelming feeling is you don't know where to start. So your mind just races up and down this bullet point list of crap you think you ought to be doing, and that leads you to want to ask somebody for help. Knowing what I know, the first place I would ask for help is the only homeless shelter in town, which is Wayfinders, and they've helped me in the past. They're a good program, so that's where you would go and see if they'll house you if they're not full. So I just talked to a friend of ours out here who's been on the streets for a while, and he's kicked out of the library for using profanity. So he's banned from the library for a while. So he's just hanging in the parking garage, and now he's trying to plead his case. We still have to have some order and self-control. He's saying it's unfair because other people are up in there cussing, and I get it, but unfortunately, if they got a policy, somebody's got to bite the bullet and take the punishment, I guess. So he's banned from the library for a while, so now he's out here feeling like bored and pretty hopeless. I'm going to go in and follow up on a previous job application I put in down here because there's not too many jobs downtown. This one's at a hotel. Let's see what's going on. So I guess the first thing we need to focus on, like before anything, before you even go looking for a job or any of that, is getting your spiritual condition to the point that you have the ability to maintain love, compassion, self-control, give yourself a good look and wonder why things aren't working for you, and take accountability in that department. And I know it's a broken system we're up against, I really do, but I also think we have, if we are hungry enough and want to fight hard enough, we'll conform to some degree to get, this is part of humility, to get what we, the blessings that God wants to give us, which are food, shelter. God wants to bless us with these things, but we can't go in there and I can't go and disrupt another person's culture. I can't just go in being 100% me and expect everyone to get it, right off the rip. So the shelter is almost at capacity. They got 50 people living there right now. They're looking to locate to a new building, which will be actually not downtown. So I think the core of the problem is going to be taken out of the downtown area and over to Park Avenue East by the old People's Hospital building, which is the sheriff's department. This is what Andy at Wayfinders is telling me. So let's pretend I'm out here and now the homeless shelter's full. Now I'm basically stuck trying to find somebody to put me up for the night or sleep out here. And that's daunting. And right about now, I would be thinking, well, the guilt and the shame start hitting, right? And shame's a really bad emotion that none of us should carry. We definitely are guilty of our actions and should be accountable of anything we've done. But the shame that we give ourselves often cripples us, and it's easy to get crippled out here with nowhere to go. Now look, it's one thing to be a hard worker, but I'm saying, brothers and sisters, I don't think we can keep up with inflation the way it's going. And I don't think we can keep up with the Ponzi scheme of the United States the way it's been going. And I think we might have, how little kids, like when we write a list of something, we fudge things a little. I feel like our government fudged the figures when they borrowed all this money. And I think they fudged it. I think that's what happened. And they just kind of like, yeah, we got all this stuff, we can pay you back. But they don't. And they realized the skills and stuff that we were trying to sell as like I'm doing. I have skills, right? Counseling skills and all these things. I'm trying to sell my skill set. That's kind of what the United States is trying to do. But then again, all these other countries are like, we're on the world stage too, and we have the skill set. And we don't need your skills. In fact, we don't need your skills, your fake money, or your fake lifestyle. And everything, they realized that everything's Aquanet and there was no hair under it. It's like the 80s. Well, they had my application on file. He said he tried to call me today, but there was no call log of it. But we did go in and I had him call me, and my phone does work. And I was told that I need management experience, and that if I had been here 1 hour earlier, I would have gotten the job as a housekeeper, but it's already filled. Now, to me, that checks out. I live in a small Victorian home in Belleville, Ohio. It's split into 6 units and they're $700 a piece. They got one small bedroom, a small kitchen living space, and a tiny bathroom. It's like a closet. $700 a month, plus utilities. And thank God he let 2 of us move in there to pay it. Because I asked this guy, I said, well, by the time you're losing your place, and you don't qualify for the good jobs, what are we supposed to do? Go to Taco Bell and make our $700 a month payment plus utilities plus a car payment or something, because we got to have something reliable to get to work, right? And you just can't do it anymore. And man, I understand the plight. Just spoke with a brother out here named Matt. He's got his hiding spot. He won't tell me where it is, where he sleeps. He said someone with mental illness went off their meds, and last night they woke him at 1 a.m, and he's been up ever since. He's not happy. He's toiling about the city. And he said he believes the problem with the homelessness out here is people like him were staying in a place where the rent was $400 a month, and suddenly it got raised to $1,000. So they could no longer afford to stay. I don't have a better analogy, but I'm telling you, my brother back here, he knows. He's like, dude, they basically double and a half my rent. I couldn't make it. He told me I'm the only one out here with any sense. And I'm like, dude, I feel I'm just as lost and broken as you, man. I guess the only people with sense are looking at the streets and trying to pull a pillow out of nothing, you know?